Is it important to modify your communication based on whom you are talking to? The simple answer is yes. But why so? Let us take a step back and try to understand why clear communication is very important. This is important because, if not, it may unnecessarily delay the input that you are trying to get, or may result in incorrect decisions being made due to miscommunication. This is especially important for business analysts because in this role, you will need to communicate business concepts to the development team and technical concepts to business stakeholders. To add on, this becomes even more challenging for business analysts due to two reasons. One, limited time of stakeholders. If we and the stakeholders whom we are collaborating with have ample time, then we can explain the same thing several times so that they are clear. However, this may not always be the case because we will usually have several items to be covered in a very short meeting. 2. Difficulty in changing the decision. If we had the flexibility of changing decisions easily, then it should not have been a problem even if there are miscommunication. However, here again, that may not be the case always. From a technical perspective, such changes will result in unnecessary rework, thereby impacting cost and time. Similarly, from a business perspective, such changes will result in the inconvenience of having to communicate the change in decision to all the concerned stakeholders, which again can cause a confusion. By now, I hope you agree why clear communication is very important. Now, let us look into two reasons which can make a communication unclear to the listener. One, not being able to understand the terminologies being used or the concepts being explained. And two, giving too less or too much information than what is required for the discussion. Let's look into how modifying our communication to cater to these 2 points can help. 1. Avoiding terminologies that our audience may not understand. A business stakeholder may not necessarily be aware of the names of the underlying services or databases that are used to achieve the business requirement. So, when talking to business stakeholders, try avoiding using the names of such services, but instead use generic terminologies. For example, we can say the underlying system from where the information is being obtained instead of specifying the actual database or service name. In this way, we will be able to clearly communicate our point, but at the same time, they will be able to understand as well. 2. Provide only just enough information that is required for the meeting and not anything more. At least some of you may think that providing more information is good, but that may not be the case always. If we provide more information, then it is highly likely that our audience may have more questions. However, if providing this additional information is not very relevant for the purpose of the meeting, this may unnecessarily delay the inputs that you are trying to get. Also, it is likely to get stuck in one of these questions, which will block the progress of the meeting as such. To conclude, follow 3 simple steps. 1. Keep in mind what you are trying to achieve from the conversation. 2. Who is your audience and what is their prior knowledge on the topic of the conversation. And 3. What is the simplest way in which you can convey your message to your audience and then prepare accordingly. I think this is very important for business analysts because if we are not doing so, we are not adding any value being a liaison between the development team and business stakeholders. Instead, the development team could directly interact with business stakeholders. Hope this video has been helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.